But the bottom line is people are starting to get a cognitive thought of the basics. And they're starting to look, they're starting to digest, they're starting to see the simple reality of what I'm mentioning regarding structuring local governments to be self-sufficient.
Okay, but I like to do this. We're going to come back and talk about the solution, and I agree with you in the last 5 minutes. It's similar, but on a bigger level, as to what places like states like Alaska have done. But as we go to break here in the next 2 minutes, from your study of these people and their takeover, and I've read their seminal white papers on what they're planning, they don't even want us here. They say this global financial takeover is a means to an end, that they don't like us on the earth. They're all a bunch of really whacked out environmentalists, and Goldman Sachs top people give, massive money to, land grabs. They say they want an extermination program, and I don't care, listeners, if you're laughing at that. I've read the documents on air. I made the film Endgame. This is real. But from your own view financially, they want to bankrupt everything. They want to destroy the average person. A, why do they want that? And B, what will the world look like, and what's the time frame if we don't reverse this?
Picture this analogy, Alex. Say, for example, in your neighborhood, your block, okay, you connive to steal everyone's net worth and rob all their money and take ownership of their houses indirectly. No one knew it was you. Okay, once you've stolen what they had and you build up this massive empire, all neighbors become liabilities. You got to either run them into the ground where they can't attack you, or around, because you've stolen everything that they have. And on the corporate one world order, they've managed to lock in ownership, through this little bit by little bit each year, to where they own it all now by investment. And the public, to a certain extent, is a liability. Now, someone who qualifies, what they're doing is a very big liability. So I kind of watch over my shoulder every once in a while. But it's not me saying it. I've never used the word conspiracy in my entire lifetime regarding this issue. Never. It is all black and white. They print their own reports, and you have to sit down and start doing a look and collective totals, and you see the takeover becomes evident very quickly.
We got to go to break. Come back and finish up on that, and then solutions. We'll have you back very soon, especially when the new DVD comes out. We'll give folks your website. But that is the bottom line. They've stolen the world. They say, hey, we worked to steal this. You're a bunch of idiots. You don't even care. We're going to kill your butt because the future doesn't need us. Human life isn't just cheap. It's seen as a negative. It's like garbage, taking out the garbage. Well, listen, I'm not garbage. You're not going to kill me and my family. I know what you're doing. I'm going to fight you. Walter Burien, stay there. They handed it to me. Fox News, 80-year-old Chicago man kills armed home invader. And I said, where does it say they may arrest him? Because you're not allowed to have guns in Chicago. It's mob run. And it said that they are having to look at charges because currently has a statute outlawing the possession of handguns. So, they have to arrest him. You're not allowed to defend yourself. Going back to Walter Burien. Walter, fire out your website for folks that want to check it out.
It's CAFR1.com, CAFR1.com. Just do a search for government wealth on Google. You'll get about 50 million hits. My website's #1, and a documentary I did back in 2000 called The Biggest Game in Town is #1 out of 58 million hits. But I mentioned an economist by the name of Carl Herman earlier out of California. His most recent article, he put out noting that, the University of California, citing budgetary shortfalls, laid off teachers, had the teachers take a 10-15% cut in salary, didn't allow 2,300 students in because of budget shortfalls. He noted that from 1/5 of 1% of the investment capital that he looked at from just 3 local California governments would have paid the entire shortfall. 1/5 of 1%. So the cognitive thinking is starting to click in the minds of the people from around the country. And as I mentioned, the earth will shake and the stars will fall when the general population gets a clue of the comprehension that they can phase out all taxation in their city, their county, their state, their school district by implementing the same investment vehicle that government used to take it all over by investment.
And just like we exposed the Federal Reserve, we can expose this thanks to you and others' work. But From the math you've done, just to, because I know it varies from county, city, state, federal, international with government, but statistically, what is it, 70% more money in investments that isn't on budget, and budgets are usually 30%. I mean, what's that ratio of money?
Well, you look at an annual financial report of a large entity, it breaks down to their number one part of the gross income is investment income. Number two is tax income. Number three is enterprise income. But when you look at a budget report, it looks like 100% tax income. You can go over it with a fine-tooth comb, account for a nickel, dime, and penny. But it's like if you took most of the chapters out of the Bible and left the first 10 chapters in, told everyone to read it, and they said, oh, I've read the Bible. No, you've read the first 10 chapters. They took out the rest. The comprehensive annual financial report is the complete book. And I mentioned to people, always look at prior issues, because when I came out with national disclosure, they're there, oops, we got a problem here. GASB started kicking out transmittal letters, modifying the CAFR reporting from gross, shown in the collective columns, to net, shown in the collective columns. So it's a big difference between gross and net. So, it's important to get older CAFRs, look at them, and then look at a newer one to see the differences. And
the government's greedy. They've got plenty of money, massive investments, but they're raising taxes everywhere, or threatening to steal people's pension funds, holding them financially hostage.
True, okay? Say you're a cattle rancher, Alex. Say everyone listening is a cattle rancher. We have a bunch of cattle out in our field. We take care of them. We protect them. We feed them. We give them hay. Every once in a while we have a nice barbecue and feed all of our friends from one. But the bottom line is we're taking care of them because they're a wealth generation source for us. We sell our cattle to get butchered and turned into hamburgers. Okay? Now, if a lion came walking around, our territory, we wouldn't mind, that lion may not even be attacking our cattle. We're going to shoot it because it may attack our cattle. Alex, you're a lion. They've been trying to kick you.
All right, we're out of time. That's the end of the show, Walter. Let me say bye to you here at the end.